Hey guys, I'm Basil and this is the Huawei Mate X2, an absolute beauty of a folding phone, and it marks a bit of a landmark. Huawei has moved away from an outward folding display in favor of an inward folding display. So what does that mean? It means ultimately that the Huawei Mate X2 looks and feels a little bit more like a Z Fold 2, but actually when you unsheath the plastic you can see this is a P40 Pro in styling combined with a folding display on the inside. It's got a fingerprint scanner / power button to the right, which I just long pressed to power it up, putting it to one side while I take a look around the box. Inside you'll see a lot of Chinese writing. That's because the phone hasn't officially launched outside of China. This is a Chinese version, but I really found it much easier than with past Huawei devices to localize the Mate X2 Pro. I'll dive into the UI a little bit later. Inside the box though, you do have your standard power brick, headphones, USB cable. The power brick is a 66 watt power charger. However, I believe the device is capped at 55 watt charging, which is still plenty fast. On top of that, the box also has something I really just loved. It's a case, but not just any case. For starters, we don't always get cases with foldables. We didn't with the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 2, or at least I didn't in my review device. But we in this instance get a case which is matched style wise with the color of the device, that crystal blue version, available in crystal blue, crystal pink, white and black, but it's also got a kickstand. When you think about what you use foldables for, of the big screen, obviously it just makes sense watching content on there and having it unfolded and really enjoying that. This kickstand is excellent. It works when the phone is closed, when it's open, and there's a little grippy element to make sure it doesn't detach from the device too easily. So I'll take a look at how they slot together a little bit later, and walk you through the interface of the phone. That's really it for the box though. So I'm gonna talk you through the setup process super quickly, whiz through the UI, and then we'll get some more stuff done with this device in a later video. The setup process is identical to what you'd expect from other Huawei devices. It's EMUI 11 running on top of Android 10. Outside China, it'll be frustrating that it hasn't got the latest version of Android, but obviously anyone inside China won't have that issue with security updates, because Huawei is going to be providing all of those anyway through EMUI. You can see a load of pre-installed applications on this Chinese version. I was able to uninstall all the non-Huawei ones. Can dive into the settings and you can see really clearly EMUI through and through. And what's nice is you've got continuity between when the phone is closed and when the phone is open as well. As far as the specs go, it's super predictable. You've got a decent sized 4500 milliamp battery inside. It's powered by a Kirin 9000 processor, which is gonna give you all the power you'll want. The Mate 40 Pro did a really great job of keeping us alive all day long. You've also got either 256 or 512 gigabytes of storage, and that's matched with 8 gigabytes of RAM. You can see I've attached the cover, put it up the right way, not the wrong way, which I tried to do first, and it's a real treat. Can dive into the camera as well, and it's got a 50 megapixel primary camera, so again it is literally a P40 Pro through and through. You've also got an ultra wide lens alongside it. That's a 16 megapixel 17mm focal equivalent, and there's a periscope zoom 240 millimeters, so that's a 10 times, which is absolutely lovely to see on a foldable, and it's the first foldable we've seen with a true flagship camera setup. The Z Fold 2 was good, but it paled in comparison to the setup on the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra, for example. In addition to that, the screen itself, the foldable screen, is 8 inches and sports a 90 Hz refresh rate, while the inner screen is 6.45 inches, or the outer screen, sorry, is 6.45 inches with a 90 Hz refresh rate. Obviously all OLED, and we found the outer screen was a little bit more of a comfortable aspect ratio than that of the Z Fold 2, and the inner screen doesn't have appear to have that screen protector the Z Fold 2 does that is going to collect grubby fingerprint marks. Obviously you can take it off, but generally quite nervous with taking things off foldable devices. I've spoken about the camera, but you can see some samples on my Twitter, Basil_knows, and I mean, it's a P40 Pro Plus. What more could you want? Also, I managed to install Netflix, managed to install Disney Plus, able to play things beautifully. Once I set the Huawei app gallery to UK, I was able to install Petal Search, which then gave me access to all of the applications that I could possibly want, aside from obviously the Google ones. If that's a deal breaker for you, which it probably is, then this won't be for you, but if you want the very, very greatest, latest folding tech from Huawei, then nothing else comes close on first impression. Stay tuned for more, and if you like this video, click like and hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching.